What's in your bin? We're talking recycling and organics in this KSAT Explains. If you have them, you fill up those bins hoping that you're doing a good thing, reducing waste and helping the environment. But can what you toss in there actually be reused? Or does it just get tossed in the trash somewhere else along the way? Here's Myra Arthur for KSAT Explains What's in the Bin.
You toss it in here, hoping it doesn't wind up here. And here is where that's decided, the Republic Services processing plant. They take in all the recyclables for City of San Antonio customers. This is Tim Tiemann.
I'll explain more when we get up there.
Operations manager of the facility, where an average of 400 tons of unwanted stuff arrives every day.
So we have to process at least 215 or more tons a day per shift to stay in front of that. So you're looking at 430 tons.
First, a load of recyclables is weighed, then dumped.
Our loader operators blend the material, fluff it.
Yes, fluff it. It's to help separate the items so they can be sorted more easily. On the pre-sort line, these employees are removing what will not be recycled and will be sent to a landfill. They have to remove 45 unwanted items per minute to stay on pace.
It goes into screening process where the cardboard and the glass are taken out. Then after the screening process of the cardboard and the glass, it goes into the optical sorting area where the papers are taken out.
So what makes the cut? Tiemann calls it the core four.
You have paper, cardboard, bottles, and cans. That's your core fours that you want to have in your system.
Not only because those things can be reused, but because someone wants to reuse it. These items are processed and then sold to mills.
It's not only what can be recycled, it's what there is a market for that material itself. Somebody's got to want that used material.
So there are some things, depending on who wants it, that's the mill, that are recyclable. But if there's not a desire for it, though it may be stamped with the recycle symbol on it, you might not have an outlet for it.
Tiemann says goods that are recycled need to meet a few requirements. They must be big enough for the machines to process or capture.
If it's smaller than a business card, we're probably not going to capture it.
And items need to be clean.
They'll reject the material or they'll downgrade it. Now, something that happens if they downgrade it, they can send it back to us. So we pay for the freight for that truck to come back here. Plus, we have to figure out what's wrong with the material, reprocess it yet again, and try to sell it again. So that's double cost in that product.
What are some of the reasons that a bale may be downgraded or rejected?
Contamination. Contamination being too much plastic bags for their straining system, diapers, believe it or not, some type of medical waste.
We wanted to put a few things to the test.
We're going to start with an easy one.
Sure, yes.
How about this?
Yes.
Strawberry container. These clamshells, they can be recycled.
If they're clean.
How about this?
I'll say yes to that, but if you bring me a Raid can or a Coleman propane bottle about that size, I'll tell you no, because it's combustible.
How about this small little cap?
Leave it on.
Leave it on.
No.
Why not?
Wow, look inside it.
There's peanut butter in there.
Would you want that?
Not here.
It's because the contamination on the inside. It makes it very hard for us to process.
But if I cleaned this.
You cleaned it, yes.
And I could leave the paper on
Absolutely.
here and the top.
Absolutely.
All right, dry cleaning bag.
Okay, capture rate. Remember what we're trying to do? We're trying to capture clean. So no, we really don't want that in our stream if it's a big city stream like ours, because we can't capture it. It's going to get contaminated because people are not as clean as everybody else. We could capture the lid, but maybe not the container.
How about magazines?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Okay. Now, if it's truly that thin glaze, you think this is cardboard, right?
Yes.
It is kind of a corrugation, but it's you can see it. So yes, we could capture it. So you could put it in there. As long as that's all you throw in there, you don't throw the inner in there too.
Okay.
Because then we have to separate that inner from the cardboard. We'd rather you separate the inner and the cardboard, put them separately, and we'll capture them separately.
Okay, so the plastic bag that my football set came in, that's got to be
gone. Yeah.
I didn't do a dirty one because I'm not going to do that to you, but let's pretend.
No.
No.
Please no.
But it happens.
It happens a lot. Aha. No. Because we can't capture it.
Because it's too small.
It's too small, and it's a plastic. It's a low-grade plastic. They don't want it.
All of these, even if I'm neat about it and I bag them all up so that they're sizable.
Comes down to that old, what can we do with plastic bags? Unfortunately, the market right now is not really wanting plastic bags. You're a city customer, you're allowed to do this. That's my best way of answering that question. If you're a City of San Antonio customer, this is the way they tell you to do it, do it.
This.
No,
Okay, how do I clean a paper plate?
you can't.
So I just put it in the trash.
Right, now the City of San Antonio has a third container. What's that for?
Organics.
Organics.
What's in the organics bin is brought here.
15, 20 to 50, 100 trucks a day.
So what goes in San Antonio's green bins?
It could be grass clippings, tree trimmings, brush, also food waste. Those are organics. If it was once living or now dead, or if you can eat it and it's food waste, those are considered organics.
Just like at the recycling facility, plastic bags are no good here either.
Let's say you're cutting your grass and you don't mulch it, you want to bag your grass. So you take those grass clippings, you put them into a plastic bag, and you put that plastic bag in your green bin. Oh great, I organically recycled. Technically you didn't. The grass clippings are good, but the plastic is not good.
What is accepted here is also sold to customers in the form of compost.
Compost is an organic material that provides nutrition back to Mother Nature, where she once gave us that material from.
First, the organic material is shredded.
Alrighty, LJ, let's put a couple buckets in there, my man.
Then the load is sent through a trommel screen or a big drum.
So in that drum, anything that's spinning around that is underneath that 1-inch diameter will get tossed out.
Yes.
Then it's up to the sorting line where non-organic items get tossed out.
We're looking for plastics, metals, glass, rocks, anything non-biodegradable, non-compostable.
These human spotters also have robotic backups. Artificial intelligence technology using cameras and computers to pick out what doesn't belong.
It happens all the time. I may not be as fast as I always like to think I am, but there are times where I will miss it and the robot will pick it right up. I've seen weed eaters, pieces of lawnmowers, rims, hubcaps, a bunch of different of everything.
But that, of course, is not what makes good compost. It's stuff like this. 50 to 60 tons of food waste is dumped here daily.
You can buy cut up fruit and cut up vegetables, or even steamables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts in a bag. A lot of that food waste material that doesn't make it to H-E-B or local grocery store chains comes here.
This huge pile of food scraps provides one of two key ingredients for compost: nitrogen.
So you need a carbon source, which is your green waste, your grass clippings, tree trimmings, and you also need a food waste stream. That's what makes a good high quality compost: carbon and nitrogen. Food waste material, otherwise known as food scraps, provide a good source of nitrogen, whereas green waste provides carbon.
The piles sit for up to 2 months where they cure and mature until the compost is ready.
Last year alone, we diverted 67,000 tons. So by doing this, we're reducing the amount of trash and good material going to landfill.
And that's the goal when it comes to organics and recyclables. Yes, one man's trash is hopefully something someone else is willing to pay for. But the hope is also that the environment isn't charged nearly as much.
Fascinating stuff. We put even more items to the test to see if they can be recycled. You can watch the full video by scanning this QR code to take you right to the KSAT Explains webpage on our website. We'll be right back. News around America now. The leader of a plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been sentenced to 16 years in federal prison. The FBI foiled Adam Fox's plan to kidnap the Democratic governor from her summer home back in 2020. In August, a jury convicted Fox and an accomplice of kidnapping conspiracy and conspiracy to use weapons of mass destruction. Prosecutors had asked the judge to give Fox the maximum sentence of life in prison. The judge said the life sentence was not necessary to serve as a deterrent to potential future violence against public officials. While several grocery store items have become more expensive this year, nothing comes close to the rise in egg prices. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says the price of eggs jumped nearly 50% in 2022 through November, and that's not adjusted for seasonal swings. One reason, a deadly avian flu reduced poultry flocks, specifically turkeys and egg-laying hens. Add to that rising feed and energy costs for producers as well as high demand. Experts think the peak has passed, but until the conditions improve, you can continue to expect to pay more for eggs.
Or just get your own chicken coop, right?
There you go. You can get those in your backyard, too. Just make sure you're following the city code.
I was going to say, you can, but you need to double check the codes. Yes.
Make sure you know where you live.
Do your homework before doing that. Let's take a look at our temperature right now. We're at 56 degrees. We made it up to 60 this afternoon. Now we're gradually dropping off. By 9 o'clock, we'll be at 47. Midnight right near 40 degrees. And notice tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., 38. We're actually going to be above freezing. After 6 days in a row of freezing temperatures, tomorrow we turn a corner. We'll talk about the rest of the week and the weekend, what that has in store for not just temperatures and how warm it'll get, but also our overall pattern and what it means for rain chances in just a bit.
Just one item in the buzz tonight, but it's a good one. Phoenix firefighters helping a hungry puppy out of a jam. The department tweeted about helping a dog who got its head stuck in a can of food on Monday. Station 18 firefighters were able to carefully get the can off the puppy, and the puppy appears to be fine, and the firefighters made sure to give him some love afterwards. The Phoenix Fire Department tweeted, "No matter the size of the emergency, they are there to help everyone, including our furry friends." They still help out the animals, Adam.
Of course they do. The kitten stuck in the tree, right? The old classic.
Or the cat stuck in the Christmas lights at my neighbors that ate.
Oh, no, really?
That's a whole other story.
Every so often, the deer with the antlers stuck in the fence, too. Sometimes that can happen. But I usually just see the owner fixing that one and letting the deer go. Above freezing stretch of weather is here, and we're going to be in the 70s before you know it. Also, if you've been annoyed by dry skin and chapped lips, that all changes. We had some very dry air in place with dew points below zero. We improved a bit with a little added moisture to the air, but it's still pretty dry air, relative to south central Texas. Dew points right now, 20s and 30s. Check out our Futurecast for dew point and notice how throughout the day tomorrow, our dew points rise back into the 50s. So still the pleasant category when it comes to how it feels outside. I mean, in the summertime, if we had this, it'd be unbelievable and feel amazing. But once we get into Thursday morning, our dew points will be back in the lower 60s. So you'll actually notice a bit of mugginess back in the air, especially along and east of I-35, particularly Bexar County, San Antonio, and points eastward. You'll notice a bit of stickiness in the air, not exactly so much into the hill country, but definitely locally. And so if you've been annoyed by needing the lip balm, the moisturizer, that's all coming to an end. However, with that increase in humidity, it's going to lead to some fog. And I think first thing tomorrow morning, we'll have, just for a few hours, a bit of fog with reduced visibility. Here's our Futurecast showing visibility potentially 3 to 4 miles in and around San Antonio. So some potential issues on the roadways, but I don't expect it to be a big issue tomorrow. Thursday morning, I do foresee more dense fog likely to develop. 56. Our current temperature, dew point at 27, wind out of the southeast at 9. That dew point, as I just talked about, that's going to be on the rise with that wind coming off the Gulf of Mexico. Let's talk big picture with temperatures. Notice these 50s for most of us, but some 40s in East Texas and points eastward. Overall, across the nation, temperatures have warmed up significantly over the past few days, and we're going to continue to warm up around here. Actually, 50s right now. By early tomorrow morning, we'll have mid to upper 30s. Hondo 36, 38 around San Antonio, even Canyon Lake, Kerrville, about 38. Elmendorf, more of the same. Lake Hills, 36 degrees. So a little below average, but above freezing. That's the key, and we're only going to warm up from here. By tomorrow afternoon, we make it right up near 70. So on the south side of town, lower 70s, and you get into northern Bexar County and even up into Bernie, Timberwood Park, probably some upper 60s. And we talked about this last half hour, but the trend continues to rise in terms of temperatures. This weekend, we're going to be well into the 70s. New Year's Eve, 75, New Year's Day, 77. When you see that 77 for around San Antonio, typically that implies 80 degrees south of town. So the cold snap will just be a distant memory, especially by this upcoming weekend. Here's our overall pattern. Activity coming on shore in the west coast and the Intermountain West. Atmospheric river, plume of moisture hitting the west coast that provides them with significant precipitation. Our overall pattern is actually going to be a little troughy. We'll have these little dips in the upper level flow periodically over the next several days, but unfortunately it's just not going to translate to good rain chances for us. Notice another trough or dip in the upper level flow. What we need these upper level lows and these troughs to dig down into northern Mexico. That's when it puts us in the sweet spot for needed moisture. But Thursday, some morning fog and drizzle, otherwise a 20% chance of a shower. That's mainly farther east of town. And then Monday morning, we could have a few storms. Looking at this stat that we've been keeping an eye on for a while, does look like 2022 will end up as the second driest year on record. Low clouds in the morning at 38 degrees. By noon, some sunshine, 62, right up near 70 for the afternoon high. And Tim, I venture to say almost a little spring-like this weekend.
Yeah, I'm still disappointed we didn't break that 100-degree streak.
Don't even get me started.
We worked so hard on that.
Came so close. One day away.
All right, a lot happened today. In case you missed it, coming up next to get you caught up.
It is Tuesday, December 27th.
And a man is fighting to survive after a crash on the city's west side. This happened the early hours this morning of near 151 and Ingram Road. Crews on site say a driver rolled his truck into one of the freeway pillars. That's when the driver became pinned. San Antonio firefighters were able to free him. He's now in the hospital and at last check is in critical condition. No word yet on what caused the man to crash his truck.
An update now on that boil water notice in effect for Texas water utility customers. Right now, the water's still not safe for consumption, but the utility has collected samples in areas where pressure has returned, and right now they're waiting to get those results back. If this affects you and you live in the Oak Ridge Estates, there is a bottled water distribution site at the address there on your screen at 166 Oak Ridge Drive. You can find this information also over at KSAT12.
A New York Times investigation last week found Santos lied about everything from his education to his work on Wall Street to his family background. Santos telling voters his grandparents survived the Holocaust and fled to Brazil. He now says he's clearly Catholic, only referring to himself as Jew-ish. Santos also admitting he lied about working at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup and about graduating from Baruch College.
Meet Callie Blue, a waitress who works every Christmas day at Gus's Diner in Wisconsin. Good thing she showed up this last Christmas. She got there at the usual time, 5:30 in the morning, and then Michael Johnson showed up, had a meal, then left Callie a gift beyond measure, a $1,000 tip. Callie was stunned. Johnson does it all the time. He's the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club.
That's all of our time for now. Thanks so much for watching KSAT 12's News at 6. We'll see you back here tonight for the Night Beat at 10. Until then, have a good evening.